What's up, y'all? Today I want to make another video rant. It's something that's been bothering me a lot, okay? All over social media, we see a lot of people that we know that are posting stuff that is demonstrative of how caught up with the times they are, right? So they are clearly in the know, and they catch the clue, okay? They see what's going on, and they understand that the system is really screwed. For whatever reason, we all have those friends, okay? Or maybe you've seen them on certain groups. And these people, they don't seem to get the clue. Well, we already know who those people are. But when we call them out on their stuff, they tell us they're not racist. They say that they are unracist people and that they basically see everybody as their brother. They don't see color. Okay, but they're always posting stuff that sounds very racist. And beyond racist, it's just really insensitive to other people's suffering. And a lot of what they post is just douchebag shit anyways. And look, I understand I'm a guy, I have a sense of humor. But racism, douchebaggery, and insensitivity tend to go hand in hand. Okay? And I see a lot of people playing victim card who really should not be playing the victim card. So, when I see people posting stuff like this, check it out. We shouldn't topple Confederate statues because if we erase history, we're doomed to repeat it. That literally makes no fucking sense. First of all, why are you even concerned about Confederate history? We should only be concerned about Union history because we are the victors of the war, which almost destroyed our country. I'm doing a little bit of research. You actually discovered that the statues were put up during the Jim Crow segregation era. They were not erected at the end of the Civil War or even during it. Okay. Other things people say that sound really fucking racist. Blue lives matter. Now, why do I say that sounds racist? Because the same people who are telling Black Lives Matter people that all lives matter, they have no issue with saying blue lives matter. And they don't see the internal contradiction to that? Come on. You should tell blue lives matter people, all lives matter. Blue lives matter, all lives matter. But they only say that to black folk. Next thing they might say, Black Lives Matter is a terrorist organization. Oh, really? Terrorist organization? Here's another thing they say. Protesters should be run over and shot. Really? Peaceful protesters? What kind of protesters? Looters? Like, who are you? Oh, if they're blocking traffic? I don't know if I agree with that, okay? But what if they're crossing the street? I mean, how far are you really willing to take it? What if they're just standing on the sidewalk and they start crossing the street? I've protested. I protested the wars. What if I took my sign and I crossed the street? Should I be run over and killed? Should that be justified? So you sound stupid, man. You really do. You sound racist. There's a lot of things they say, right? Okay. Here's what's funny. A lot of these folks are playing the victim card, right? They're saying that, well, what about white lives? What about them? Well, why is the media making it about black people getting killed? What about the white people that got killed? Well, what about them? You guys weren't talking about those people. I was talking about those people for years, but not because they're white. Just because I've been following police brutality. I follow a lot of libertarian pages and police accountability stuff. So I'm aware of black and white folks and Hispanic folks and Asian folks and mentally ill people and everybody in between being brutalized and killed. You didn't know about those people. You did not know about those people until blacks started speaking up about their people getting killed. Then you started caring about the white folks. Because see, here's the reality. You guys were too busy caring about blue lives. Okay? You didn't care about white lives. No, you didn't. You cared about blue lives. You just hate Black Lives Matter. That's the problem here. Okay? It was never about white lives for you. You didn't care. All you cared about was the police and licking boots. All right. But anyways, you guys, you're not racist. You're not racist, right? You say racist sounding stuff a lot, but you're not racist. And after all, like you say, every man's your brother. Black, white, brown, doesn't matter. You don't see color. You just post racist sounding stuff. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Here's the problem. This is crazy. Check it out. I was watching a documentary. It was called The White Right, Confronting the Enemy. All right? And there was some documentary filmmaker. I don't remember the lady's first name, but her last name was Khan. I'll have to look it up and maybe post it. But she basically infiltrated right-wing extremist groups. I'm talking about like the Klan. I'm talking about like the neo-Nazis, right? Interviewed Richard Spencer, the alt-right people. And she got to know them, wanted to pick apart their brain. The amazing thing about the documentary was that she actually turned some of those people into changed men. She actually got some of those people to rethink their thoughts, to reform a little bit, which is great. But that's not what I wanted to share with you. What was really amazing about the documentary was that she interviewed several racist people who are part of the Klan, the Ku Klux Klan, or part of the neo-Nazis. She interviewed those people, and what's really interesting was they said that they weren't racist. They said, well, we're not really racist, but they're not really racist? What do you think about that one? You're part of the Ku Klux Klan, you're part of the neo-Nazis, and you're not really racist. Interesting. And then just today I saw something that was online. It was about 3 police officers from Wilmington, North Carolina. And these 3 police officers got caught red-handed spouting off racist hate speech. And it wasn't just like using the N-word. They were talking about wanting to ethnically cleanse America of black people. And that's why they wanted to buy machine guns. These are 3 sworn police officers. You know what they said? Let me read this to you. Piner starts speaking about martial law and says, quote, we're gonna go and start slaughtering them effing N-words. I can't wait. God, I can't wait. Moore responds that he would not do that. Piner says, I am ready, according to the summary. Piner tells Moore that society needs a civil war to wipe him off the effing map. That'll put him back about 4 or 5 generations. According to the investigation, the officers were interviewed separately. They admitted it was their voices on the tape. They didn't deny any of the content. Check this out. Each officer denied being a racist. The investigation summary said the officer cited the stresses of today's climate on law enforcement as a reason for their venting. So this is that bullshit apologizing for everything the cops do because they have stressful jobs. Well, you know what? Cops do have stressful jobs, but a lot of people have stressful fucking jobs. They don't go around treating people like douchebags, right? Or brutalizing people or talking about wanting to kill people or kill an entire race. So this is the amazing thing here. Is where there's these 3 officers in Wilmington who are talking about ethnically cleansing America violently, saying that they are not racist, or it's people in the Ku Klux Klan and the neo-Nazi organization, which Khan interviewed, saying that they are not racist. Okay, well, if racist people saying racist shit aren't racist, who are the racist? And that's just the thing. This is why I want to go back to the point about people who claim online, your little Facebook friends and Instagram friends and everybody else, right? Snapchat friends or even friends in real life, that they're not racist, but they keep saying racist sounding stuff. Well, look, if you walk like a duck and you swim like a duck and you quack like a duck, my thoughts are you're a duck. Okay? Because remember, actual racists are saying that they're not racist. They just say racist stuff. So what differentiates them from you? You're not racist. Of course not, right? But you just say racist sounding stuff. You say the same exact talking points that the right wing is saying on their extremist websites and forums and chat rooms, right? You share the same talking points, but you're not a racist. Okay. That's interesting. Well, let's go through all your talking points. We shouldn't remove the Confederate statues because that's erasing history, and we don't want to repeat that history, do we? Quack. Black lives matter? Pfft. All lives matter. Quack. And then, of course, not saying the contradiction in blue lives matter. Quack. Okay? BLM is a terrorist organization? Quack. Protesters would be shot and killed? Or run over? Quack. Look, I get it. You guys aren't racists, and you're not ducks. So why are you quacking? Why are you posting racist sounding stuff? We're at a pivotal moment in our country's history. We're finally beginning to address the long history of injustice. We might actually have a chance this time of fixing what the fuck went wrong. Okay? And a lot of things are going to get unearthed. The Tulsa riots, aka, that's what they call them. It's more of a massacre, right? The lynchings by the thousands, okay? We're going to start talking about this as a nation. And you're going to have to get comfortable with it because we're just going to have to get past it. And the only way to get past it is to address it, to confront it. Just like the other things that we have to talk about. And there's a lot of them, okay? We can't fix a problem if we don't acknowledge it exists and has existed. Yes, America has a dark past. I think we can get beyond it. I do. But we have to confront it. We can't just pretend it doesn't exist. And that's just the thing I want to point out. It's the final point. A lot of you say, well, the media focuses on certain things and they don't focus on others, right? And the media gives a lot of attention to the black people who've died. They haven't given attention to everybody else. Well, that might be true. But honestly, think about that for a second. How many black people do you know that have died at the hands of police brutality? No, like, seriously. A lot of you don't even know other names like Sandra Bland. I mean, you've heard of George Floyd, right? Have you heard of the Say Her Name movement? It's about black women who have been killed in police custody. Okay, have you heard of Breonna Taylor? No? Okay. What about Tatiana Jefferson? What about Megan Hockaday? I'm not even familiar with that one. I'm just looking at a long list of them. Natasha McKenna? And it says, died of police-induced trauma. Died in police custody. Killed by police. June 18, 2017. It's a long list of names. Tanisha Anderson. I mean, you go through these names, but you never heard of these names. So that's just the thing. The media actually hasn't really talked about any of this. At least not to the extent where it becomes national. But if you look in the newspapers, I'm pretty sure you'll find a lot of names. Still, the point is as much as you want to say, oh, they're only focusing on blacks, well, not really, because there's literally thousands of people who have been killed. And you probably only know like one or two names. And there's one more thing I want to say that's a quack, a major, major quack, victim blaming, okay? That's a super quack, victim blaming. There was this guy on my Facebook. Look, we tend to agree on a lot of stuff, but I never met the guy personally. He's one of those people who fairly recently have been posting really racist sounding stuff. And he's been getting attacked by his own friends list. You go to the comments and it's like 15 people like, no, man, this is crazy. Why are you saying that? Why are you looking into it so deep? Dude, you sound racist. That's wrong, this and that. What did he say? He was trying to say that because George Floyd had coronavirus, that he was basically trying to get the officer sick. So he's like essentially a bioterrorist. Like, really, dude? You're going to go that extreme to victim blame? That's like the extreme version of victim blaming. You sound like a douchebag. Quack. Okay, just realize the time we're in and realize that this is a time of social change, okay? This country is going to heal. But we can't heal if you're going to be fucking douchebags and if you're going to repress, because that's what you're doing. You're repressing social change. You're telling Black Lives Matter, go sit the fuck down and shut up, okay? And those white lives, you don't give a fuck about them. You never did. You're just barely hearing about any of those names now. But I heard about them years ago, right? Kelly Thomas, right? Daniel Shaver, people like that. Yeah, it was fucked up, man. But I knew about them. But for me, it was never a race thing. It was never see it as white or black. I just saw it as police brutality, period. That we need reforming. But it doesn't mean I don't see institutional stuff. It doesn't mean that I'm not saying blacks don't have it hard. No, I know they do. But see, that's the difference, is I care. I'm not one of these people who's telling everybody, sit down, go home. No, we need to protest. We need change. This country's got some serious problems. So stop silencing them. Stop silencing social movements. Stop silencing BLM. Stop calling them terrorists. No, if you're okay with the system, then you're a part of the problem. Okay? If you're okay with all the bullshit that's going on, which you... Look, we barely touched the topic here. This is the tip of the iceberg. Okay? We can make further videos talking about all the effed up stuff that's gone on. And not all of it was in interactions with police on the street. A lot of it was behind bars. A lot of it was in mental institutions. A lot of it was in the courts. We can go on and on all day long talking about all of the injustices, all of the double standards, all of the corrupt judges, right? Anyways, I don't want to rant too long. I got to get home. But the point I was trying to make is stop quacking. If you ain't a racist, why are you posting racist sounding shit? Right? Stop the quacking. Cheers.